Hello everyone and welcome to today's Alliance War video. So I'm going to be putting both Wars 4 and 5 into this one because I was away for a few days for an event, so I didn't get a chance to upload War 4, so I'm just going to put them both into one video. I had a couple of shorter wars anyway for these two. So the first alliance we were against in War 4 was against ARX, and the first fight that I went up against was a rank 4 Rhino on Node 1. So this is a tactic fight, and I'm technically taking it with a non-tactic attacker, but because of the endurance, we can get rid of the glancing buffs relatively quickly. It's not as quick as a tactic champion, but he still works for some of them. Here I shouldn't have charged a heavy, so I got hit in the face there because my heavy tried to launch just as he dashed in, but never mind. So the idea is supposed to be to basically just try and keep the regens off him and ideally try and push him a special 2. There, I didn't realize that my heavy trigger wasn't active, so I got smacked in the face again. But I was a little bit distracted while I was doing these wars because I had a lot going on around me as compared to normal, but it's not really an excuse. But we're doing better now. He's at special 2, so we're just trying to bait this out, wait for the regen to come off. We punish that with a heavy to get our charges back. So here I'm going to try and push him to one more special 2. And then we can close out the fight. So knock him down once more, try and get him to throw the special 2, which he does. So now we can just get the invisibility on, launch a special 1, and then a couple more hits into special 2, and this is just going to finish him off. So not a bad fight, even though I got hit a few times, thanks to willpower we did still finish with full health. This fight was a little bit of a mess, so like I said, I played this very differently to how I should have. So this is no 10 Korg, this is usually a pretty easy fight with Sorcerer, but I played this really badly, and you'll see why. So the whole idea is to basically make sure I got the slow debuff on him, and then basically keep nullifying the regeneration he gets with the special 1s. But you'll see that I basically just kind of time everything really badly. So we're not too bad at the start here, the fight's going down fine, but at some point, I just kind of, I don't know, I guess lose control of it, and everything just kind of goes a little bit runaway for a little while. So I had the power steal on here, I just figured it was a good idea to keep the damage going, but then now I'm stuck here with a special 2, and I'm not actually going to have any real way now to get rid of the regen because I've let the nullify field wear off. So we nullify it there, he's slowed, so I don't have to worry about the unstoppable. And here I was a little bit concerned. If he'd have finished that combo, I'd have probably been in a lot of trouble, because he'd have gotten a special 3, and that could have ended up becoming a little bit nasty. But thankfully, we got out of that one. So now I decide, you know what? I've once again gone too high on power, so I'm just going to throw the special 3 while he has no charges. I really should have kept the nullify field going a lot better during this fight, because honestly, this was a bit of a mess. This was just badly played by me. But now we've got the nullify field back up, and he actually dexed me there, which was a little bit interesting. So there I didn't realise that I'd run out of slow charges as well, so again, I get smacked in the face. Like, this fight was so much worse than it normally goes. I did the same thing again. I don't know why. So I'm like, right, I need to think about what I'm doing, because this fight's going nowhere now. So we get the special 1 off, get the nullify field up, and I decide, you know what? I'm not going to focus too much on the damage side. I just need to make sure I'm keeping him nullified. So here we're doing another special 2, that crits, the relic is on, and at this point I decide, you know what, he's close enough now, I can just throw the special 3 and kill him. So honestly, this fight was a bit messy, and I played it very wrong. I did not keep the nullify field up. I kept letting my power get too high, and that took a lot longer than it should have, but we still came out of it okay. Now we have this void on node 22. This is a fight that's actually pretty dangerous this meta. Usually people would take it with Shang-Chi, but I prefer doing this with Lumitrix, just because of the endurance, and it's just a fight that I'm used to. So the whole idea here is to build up the endurance, knock him down twice to get myself to 8 combo, and by this point the debuff should be just going on me. So now I can just get rid of that quickly. The free endurance will get rid of the glancing very fast, as well as the debuffs from the node. So now we're just going to do one more heavy, get 2 more endurance stacks up, and then... So at this point, admittedly, I probably should have waited, but I decided to just go here, push him a special 2, punish this, now I can get another charge, and this fight is now over. So we can throw the special 1 here, I hold block to let him dash in, and then we just special 2 off of that while we're unblockable, and the fight is done. Again, a little bit slower than I would normally take it, but still clean enough. Lastly, we have this node 31 Serpent, and I'm taking this with Spiral. So what we're going to do here is the same as we did last time. It's pretty much just don't let him throw a special, and this fight is pretty simple. Now, I got a little bit unlucky at the start there with the stacks, but I should have waited to throw that special 1 until he had the power gain on. But for some reason I decided to just throw it early. But now he's got the power gain back on, we can use the blades. Another special 1 to build up the ruptures, and his power is now below a bar. He gets one there, we hold block, get the intercept with the special to get more ruptures on. Holding block to hopefully stop him from throwing a special. Sometimes he does throw it into block. It's not the end of the world if he does throw it, but it does make him unblockable for the rest of the fight, which can get a little bit dicey. But he's down to death immunity now, we just chuck the blades and he's down. So that was the end of war number 1, or number 4 of the season. And overall, it wasn't too bad. So C.Av did a lot better this war. We managed to pick up a pretty decent victory. We only died 5 times, the opponents died 20. But next on to War 5. Oh boy. So, this war we were against Dark Devils DD13. And the first fight of this war, we're going up against Arnim Zola on node 5. We're going to be taking this with Lumitrix. This fight is usually pretty okay. But for some unknown reason this war, I could not deck Zola's special 1 to save my life. Like, I'm usually pretty okay with dexing specials, but I don't know what was going on. I mean, yeah, you'll see in this fight, like, I make, like, there for some reason I blocked it, and then I guess just dropped my block and took it to the face, but never mind. Right, so we carry on. The idea here is, like I said, to build up the charges and use the fury and the heavy invisibility to just knock him down, and just... The fight is a little bit longer, but it's generally pretty safe. So at that time I dex it fine. Obviously dexing the specials is important because it means I can get the invisibility charges, which just means I can get really easy heavy knockdowns. But that one I dex it fine as well. So the fight's going okay. I don't know why I threw the special there. That was a little bit... Yeah, I don't know why I did that, but... We've punished that again. I decide to get the Furies up while I have the chance. Now he holds this special a little bit. Now I wanted to dex this, dash in, but once again I got hit in the face. Thankfully I did have my heavy charge, so that was okay. Now when I went to punish this, I wasn't watching his charges and got put to sleep. So now he's unblockable. I don't have a charge, so I have to use the relic and then knock him down to get my charges back. Now it's kind of a race to get him to run into my invisibility there, because otherwise I'd have lost my charges, and that would have made this fight even longer. That time we punished the special 1 fine. The protection's back up. So again, I just need to dex this, knock him down one more time, But for some reason, again, I just don't knock him down. I think my brain just wasn't really working properly for this fight. Now we get the knockdown. Bait one more special one. And now I want to get the Furies back. So we special 1 to special 2. And the idea here is to punish the special 1 so that I can get the charges back, knock him down, and then bring this fight to a close. And then I think, yep, I get hit by a special 1 again, but I've already reset my charges, so it doesn't matter, and we can finish him off. So yeah, that was a much messier than normal Zola fight. I think that's the first time I can think of I've been hit by a special 1 3 times in one fight. But anyway, on to this Enchantress. Now, I made a big mistake here, and that was I started in the wrong rune. So the idea here is I'm actually supposed to start in the blue rune to wait out the invisibility, and then I'm supposed to do the special. But I started in the purple one instead, which completely screwed my rotation. But it doesn't really matter too much, but I do take a lot of damage because of this. So here we use the special 2, now we've got the slow on and it's paused, which is what I wanted. But now she's got 3 charges. We get them all off. I go into the special 1, I probably should have saved that, but now I hold block. I'm trying to bait a heavy out. I tried to back off, and again, I missed the dex on the special 1. My dexing today was really not very good, to be honest, but she's got 3 spells on, we get 2 of them off. Now I'm just trying to get the last one off on the intercept. I just need to time the attack properly. And there we go, the last spell's removed. Now I just decide, you know what, I just need to go for this fight and finish it off. Because I've made a lot of mistakes so far. Now here I completely forget that Enchantress actually power gains the power that you steal. So I end up pushing at a special 3, which wasn't an ideal thing to do, but that doesn't do too much damage, thankfully. So I get the slow back on, knock her down, and I need to make sure she doesn't throw another special 1. Usually this fight would have been over ages ago, but like I said, for some reason these 2 wars I really didn't play very well at all. Either way, the fight is nearly done. We wait for her to dash in, throw 1 more special 2, knocks her down, and then I can just throw the special 1 and finish the fight off. So I wasn't really in much danger of death, but it definitely was far from the cleanest fight I've taken there. That fight's usually a lot quicker, and I kind of screwed myself up when I put myself in the wrong rune. Now we have this Maestro on node 20, and this is a very easy fight in general. It's pretty much just get the Nullify field on. I could have blocked this special, but for some reason I decided, screw it, I'm going to outdamage the regen anyway because it's Sorcerer Supreme. We've got the orange rune now, so we can start stacking on the armor breaks. That gives me another special 1, so we can get rid of the glancing, knock him down. I probably could have baited special 2 here, but I just decided by this point I can just finish the fight off because I've got the power steal on anyway, so we use this special 2, gets him down to 22%, and then at this point I can just literally throw a special 3 and he's dead. Like, I think this special 3 does like 500k. Let me see. Yeah, 540k, so that was a very quick finish. Lastly, we have this node 29 high evolutionary. This fight can be very annoying, and I make another mistake here, which I seem to have made a lot of these 2 wars. After such a good start in the season, this really wasn't my best couple of wars, but I'm just going to chalk it down to I was away, a little bit distracted, and yeah, so hopefully I'll do a lot better as we go on. So now I decided, right, I can just bait the special 1 and punish it, but what I forget is the dex buff gives him power, so I take a special 1 in the face because I forget about the power gain. Good job me. But it's okay, because we've still got our charge. We throw the heavy, we knock him down. And I want to try and bait out one more special one, just to be safe. He's got the heavy charge, so we can just medium, get that. I trigger the auto block here, and then go into special one. Then we're unblockable. Hold block to make him dash in. Special 2. Hold block again, and the fight is down. So a nice cleanup for a kind of a bad start, but still down in a minute for a rank 5 A1, which is really not bad. So unfortunately this war, we really didn't do great. DD13 played incredibly well and absolutely destroyed us again. We unfortunately died way more times than we probably should have, but we're still learning the meta and we're still tweaking a few things. So hopefully as the season goes on, things will improve and we will continue to hit our target. But that is going to do it for today's war video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'd appreciate it if you would give a like and subscribe, and of course follow my Twitch if you're not already, link is in the description, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye for now.